Three, two. Hey, hey, welcome back. It's the J. Today we're going to be talking about Facebook. So let's get right to it. I don't really know how to preface that other than, yeah, that's what we're going to talk about is Facebook. So switch over to the desktop here so you can see what I see. First thing is we're going to talk about is trust, because Facebook has a little bit of a problem with trust in its users. Recently, and this was as of the 25th, so what, 5, maybe 6 days ago, Facebook settled a class action lawsuit accused of it allowing children to run up huge bills on their parents' credit cards as a part of a concerted effort to maximize revenue. Internally, the company describes the program as friendly fraud, and they even refer to the kids that are downloading these games that have, they say free, but they have in-app purchases, and they don't know that their parents' credit cards are attached to their either their Google account or maybe it's their phone bill. And they encourage these kids to rack up a large amount of money. I found it interesting when I read that they found that like they are one of the biggest sources of revenue. They say that kids spend like the whale term is from casinos. That's a little bit disgusting. So moving on to the next one, and I'll put this link in the description. Apple cracks down on Facebook after it paid teens to access their data. So in a completely unrelated to the previous article about games, well, slightly, Facebook paid users as young as 13 to install an app that gave the company access to everything their phone sent or received over the internet. So those not familiar with a VPN service, which would route all your traffic through a certain location, Facebook tried to set up something like that. Anovo? I don't know how to pronounce it. Regardless, this is a similar idea. Here it says, Facebook was found to be using a voluntarily installed private network, virtual private network, to route all data from participants' devices through its own servers, despite the fact that Apple had removed a previous Facebook app that did the same thing, Anovo. So the irony here is that you usually install a VPN for privacy and security. If you don't want to look like you're coming from a certain location or a certain IP address, you route your data through another one. And what Facebook said was, oh yeah, we care about privacy. We care about security. We want to give that to you. Here, route all your data through Facebook. Didn't have to explain what's wrong with that one. According to the company TechCrunch, which first reported the existence of Facebook Research, so that's what they're calling this application here, is Facebook Research, even though it's clearly a data mining. The company paid users aged 13 to 35. Ooh, I guess I'm one of those teens. Up to $20. What? Hold up. People are selling their souls for 20 bucks? I mean, I got a couple of 20s to install the app on iOS and Android. When they did, all of their internet data, however they connected, and whatever apps they were using, was funneled through the company's servers, allowing it to keep track of their activities on other services. So I'll go ahead and put this one down below, but near the bottom of the article it says, I don't think it would be out of line for Apple to revoke Facebook's developer certificate, maybe even pull their apps from the App Store. No regular developer would get away with this. Facebook is betting that their apps are too popular and that they can do what they want, and Apple has to sit back and take it. Which leaves me to this last article here. Apple has left Facebook's campus in a disarray after the company revoked the social network's permission to build or run employee-only applications. So those that aren't app developers, Facebook's given access to what they call an enterprise developer certificate, and they use that certificate to digitally sign their apps and put them on the App Store. That way their employees can, whether on iOS or Android, looks like iOS was the main one affected here, so they can download their apps from the App Store and do things internally within Facebook. It looks like they had an app for arranging shuttles through Ride. There's an employee information portal. It said somewhere up here about putting in orders just like for your lunch. Like the entire Facebook workforce used this digital signature, and they abused that same digital signature, that certificate, for their other apps for Facebook research, and they got hit. The one thing that this article says that like, oh, Facebook's betting that it's not going to happen, that they're not going to be hit because they're too popular. Apple was like, nah, what the hell do you think you're doing? And they revoked it. And that was today. That's pretty much all I have for you today. Subscribe. I'll put my Patreon down below if you want to support this show, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you later.